Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. I'm back from New Orleans and I got a quick video on Summer Cup Ultra League for you all. Before I get into the video as well, big shout out and thank you to everyone that contributed to a bunch of my posts on, I think it's like the community tab in YouTube, where I asked a bunch of random questions and people responded with their Pokemon. It was for a segment for the North American International Championships, but they didn't end up airing it because probably time constrictions, editing stuff like that. But I appreciate you all contributing, and hopefully you'll see some form of that content in a future tournament or so that I work on. That being said, let's get into the battles here. Ultra League Summer Cup, fairly RPS meta. I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's just you have like the elements of what electric, water, grass, fire. You know, it's just what would you expect, right, in those situations? Obviously that's going to be the case. I kind of felt even more RPS in the Spring Cup and Great League, but able to reduce some of that RPS by playing some very ABA teams, because I feel like a lot of teams tend to, you just lean into RPS if you don't. So I ran a Tentacruel with a Victreebel and a Bellybolt. I don't have a Shadow Tentacruel or Victreebel built, but I think if you have the Shadow, you probably can run those instead. I personally like the non-Shadow Tentacruel, but I do think that the Shadow Victreebel has a lot of utility, so if you have that, give it a shot. Went on a pretty solid run with this team, so let's get into footage. Before we get into the battles, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons who've been supporting my content creation. If you'd like private one-on-one coaching, scrims against me, some of my league guides and strategies ahead of time, or even tune into my live stream battles, feel free to sign up through the Patreon link down below. Kick things off, we do face a Greninja, and I just have two back-to-back sets recorded with this team. And as you can see, the Tentacruel is pretty solid. I mean, all three are really strong into this, so usually what I do is I just try to chip it, and if they shield, great. If they don't shield, that's fine too. We can swap over. Yeah, because they didn't shield, I could probably just Poison Jab the sound, but I could also go for a catch here. I do go for the catch on the Belly Bolts. Now, typically speaking, swapping something in that's so one-dimensional is not really ideal, but at the end of the day, if I'm hard counter, I'm hard counter, right? Like these things, like if I swap to a Tentacruel and they have a fire in the back, I'm hard counter either way. So it's kind of part of it. If they have a ground type, I just come in with Victreebel to finish it off, right? So it's not that big of a deal. And this Victreebel is 20 Sludge Bomb. Oh, a few movesets to note. So obviously if you paid attention just when I was showing the movesets, that's one thing. But I am running Poisoning on Tentacruel just for faster pacing. Acid's great too, but Poisoning will get you the moves as fast as possible, which generally speaking I think is much better for this particular cup. We see a catch attempt on the Greninja. Let's see what they do. Yeah, so now they're locked in, which is a little bit not great for them. Honestly, if they didn't go for the catch attempt, they'd be in probably a much better position. I'm going to have the shield. This is probably going to be I thought it was going to be Feather Dance, but it looks like they're running Air Cutter. I'm going to go for Sludge Wave, harder hitting move. But yeah, you do want the Poison Sting just for faster energy generation. And then I am running, obviously, Acid on Victreebel, just such a good move for it these days. And then I'm running Thundershock, actually, on Belly Bolt instead of Sucker Punch. So shout out to my patron, Boobelly, who recommended that. But the pacing is much faster. And because there aren't, like, Giratina or, like, Ghost types, really, in this meta, the only Ghost type, really, that I can think of is, like, Jellicent. You're probably in a much better position. So I do end up losing that first game, but we'll keep going. Yeah, it was good. It was good energy generation on their end on the Tentacruel there. Unfortunately, I was just in a bad position. But yeah, I guess you could say that if I just stayed in and didn't swap, I probably would have been fine. But I was hoping to maybe draw a potential ground type by then. All right, Typhlosion, not too bad, although it's not the best either. So obviously they had a Virizion in the lead, but I have two answers of Virizion, so I feel pretty good about the spot I'm in. Do I get the Scald off? Yeah, I get the Scald off as well. That's huge. And then, of course, no Sucker Punch for the Skelders, not that big of a deal either. I mean, the faster pacing is kind of nice either way. I probably shield. I don't shield. Okay, I figured they're probably going to go Torch Song. I could probably shield the next one. And then in comes the Virizion, they're just going to swap out because there's just no way they could take out the Victreebel, and then I still have 2 shields for the Belly Bowl. Belly Bowl obviously is kind of a staple now in Ultra League as well, so I think it's a worthy investment even if you don't have one made. You're like, is it really worth it? I think it is. It's crazy strong in Open Ultra League, and it's very strong in this cup as well. Honestly, I think it's stronger in Open Ultra League than this cup, because Open Ultra League, you're mostly just worried about ground types, whereas this cup, there's like ground types and grass types. There's not as many grass types in Open Ultra. Alright, Victreebel. I don't remember if I went up to Sludge Wave or not, but if I didn't, I definitely recommend going up to Sludge Wave first to at least make them kind of shield. Alright, we get the full farm down here, which is nice. My guess is that their backline is going to be pretty weak to Belly Bolt, because this is mainly the Belly Bolt answer. Even if they have a fire in the back, it's not the end of the world, because the Sludge Bomb actually hits pretty hard too. And they're down to 1 shield. I'm in a pretty good position though, because this Belly Bolt is running Sucker Punch, so the pacing is a lot slower, and we grab the final shield, which is really nice. My guess is they just stay in here and try to whittle me down as much as possible, because they don't have a good answer to this. But I'm gonna just boost up my defense anyway, because if I don't have a good defense for Belly Bolt, then might as well keep my Belly Bolt as healthy as possible. Sometimes it just depends on, do you really want to go straight for the Zapkin or a Parabolic Charge first? In this situation, 1 Parabolic Charge is fine, because then now the Zapkin will hopefully almost take this out. Which also, yeah, it does take it out. Yeah, and they have the Jellicent in the back, which is, you know, is what it is. It's not going to be a great time for them. I'm going to go straight for the Zapkin, and yeah, I end up letting him move through, which is not ideal. But it one-shots anyway. Yeah, so anyway, the only real ghost type you see here outside of Jellicent is Skeletor, which is not terrible for matchup. Alright, this person's running Dragon Breath Charizard, not Ember, which is kind of interesting. Not really sure what the reason is just to even run this Charizard, but it's a good matchup for me, so I'll take it. Honestly, this Dragon Breath makes it even a little bit better, even into the Tentacruel, which is nice. Alright, this Tentacruel, I think, is running Acid based on the animation. So, pacing is not as fast. We still end up getting a nice catch, which is always good. I don't really feel like shielding here, because the main reason is they run a Charizard in the lead. They have a Tentacruel in the back. They almost very likely have a Belly Bolt answer. So because of that, it's not really worth investing. As you can see here, in comes a Virizion. And I'm just going to throw the Zap Cannon. I'm pretty boosted on defense though, so I should be able to tank it, and I do. Which is always nice. And then I could probably bring in my... Oh, I choose not to bring in my Victreebel. Yeah, I think this is because that way our timers would have been super out of sync, and they have a chance to take me out with the Charizard. So I'm actually going to go for the aggressive Acid Down. They're debuffed as well, which doesn't help. And they're also throwing resistant moves at me. Actually, that's double resisted. It's probably better to go Sacred Sword there, honestly. But, okay. This is okay position, I guess. I just have to land a Sludge Bomb to take this out. And we get to it, which is nice. On Charge Deck priority. I didn't really feel like spending the shield there, because I know that, you know, having all this energy on my Victreebel is really, really nice. We still have 2 shields, actually, so that's always good. And, yeah, they can't do anything about that. Alright, Shadow Typhlosion lead. Kind of annoying. We saw a non-Shadow Typhlosion earlier. It wasn't a lead, but it was a safe swap. A little bit easier to handle. These Thunder Punches do kind of hurt, so I end up shielding it. Is that the right decision? Hard to say. I mean, I could always get a debuff here, so there's that. And we do get the debuff. So the first shield was kind of worth it. In comes a Electivire, which you don't see super often. But I'm going to take this out, or do as much damage as I can. They're going to get some energy on the Typhlosion, though, which is a little bit unfortunate. But that's okay. Let's see what they have in the back. I end up shielding again. I don't know about this shield. This shield probably was not worth it. Oh, I lost a turn, too. Yeah, I shouldn't have even had the shield there. I should have got the Scald off first. I mean, I guess if they shield anyway, it's fine. But I ended up losing a turn because I shouldn't have Charge Deck priority tied there. Yeah, because I threw 2 and then in through the move. They should have still been in the middle of Incinerate. Yeah, this is a little unfortunate. I don't know if it changed the outcome or not if I didn't Charge Deck priority tie there. But definitely not feels good moment here. Okay, so they're running ABA Fire, but this Tornado is not as bad into... you can see I'm going for the Zap Cannon. It's going to do a little bit more damage. Just need to get a parabolic charge. Unfortunately, we get there on charge like priority, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, this thing's taking neutral from water, so it's not even that bad. Honestly, they're probably better off even just swapping right off the bat. The worst matchup was in the lead. But anyway, we ended up going 3-2 there. Still positive, but could have probably played that last matchup a little bit better in some ways. Maybe if I spent a shield here or there. I don't know. Tornado's not what I was expecting in the back. You don't really see that very often. Into the second set we go. We have a Venusaur. And Venusaur is kind of similar to Victreebel. Hits a little bit harder, I think, with the Frenzy Plant, but the pacing is a lot slower. So that's always nice. And we can kind of just play around it a little bit better. And most likely they don't shield there. Try to go for a catch. Did I make the catch? Is a question. And we do catch a Frenzy Plant, which is kind of nice. And they come in with a Kingdra. This is not too bad, actually. Honestly, I think out of my 3 matchups, this is my favorite to have on the Kingdra, because 2 Leaf Blaze pretty much threaten a knockout. So they either have to shield or they have to, I don't know. I mean, let's see what they do here. Alright, get to another move. I could go for the shield, but I'm not going to. I knew that was going to be Octazooka. We're going to throw the Scald. The Venusaur doesn't have a lot of health left, so that's pretty good for me. And then we get the Parabolic Charge off first. Pretty much 2 Parabolic Charge with the Thundershock should be plenty of enough to finish everything off. So I'm just going to boost myself a bit on defensively, and it just makes it really hard for anything in the back to take me out. Yeah, because this Venusaur is just super low on health at this point, and I still have a shield advantage. So we're going to be in a really good spot. Boosting up your defense super fast is nice too. That's a big reason why I also like Thundershock. You're a little bit worse than the mirror, but at the same time, you're not really that bad into mirror. Alright, we get the full farm, almost a full farm down here. I'm actually going to just go for the shield, because I know that they have to spend energy from the Venus to take me out. Or they just lose my Scalds. I have the Parabolic Charge ready, so we're in a good spot. Yeah, I mean, I think the good thing about Tentacruel is that pretty much against most leads, you're in a decent spot. Gastrodon's pretty bad, I guess, because you just don't do enough damage. But even Unova Stunfisk is not terrible, which we will get to, because there is a Unova Stunfisk matchup, if in case anyone's curious. Gastrodon, though, is pretty horrendous. I haven't seen one, luckily, but if you do see one, I'm sorry. You just stay in there and hope that you can sweep with a Belly Bolt, because usually you're probably set up for a good situation there. I'm thinking I'm lagging a little bit again here. I was playing this on hotel Wi-Fi in New Orleans, so it wasn't really ideal. Or maybe, yeah. But yeah, as you can see, there's no Wi-Fi either. Also, I was just playing on data, actually. Yeah. I don't know what that was about. Maybe they miscounted. I don't know. But managed to get the Scald off. It was a little stuttery in the beginning. I wonder if they lost some turns too. I couldn't really tell if I lost turns or not. But anyway, we're going to throw the Sludge Wave here. They end up shielding anyway, which is good for me, because here's the thing. We avoid the potential Victreebel on the Belly Bolt matchup, because they're likely, you know, they're more likely to come in with Victreebel, or they come in with a hard counter, who knows, for the Victreebel. I'm going to go for the full aggressive farm down. I have a lot of energy too, so that's nice. And then I get the Sludge Bomb off. I think they might have lagged. I didn't even see an Acid come through. Yeah, I think they lagged there. A little bit unfortunate for them. But they spend their final shield, so that's good. Clears the way for a Sludge Wave from the Tentacruel, which is always nice. Let's see if we get to it or not, or they go for a catch. All right, they swap over. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown this move. I don't know. I just want to soften it up a little bit. Maybe leave with the Scalds. Oh. Okay. I don't know about this play. I think it lagged a little bit too. It's hard to tell, honestly. It's really hard to tell right now. Anyway, I'm going to boost myself up a bit here and then save up energy in case they come in Victreebel. Because if they come in Victreebel, we're fine. Because, yeah, because we could just go for these Epkin. They actually had more energy than I thought. I guess I thought they didn't have a move. But that being said, should be able to take this out real quick. And then they kind of have dump energy. I still have the Scald as well in the back. So, do I go for a combo play here? I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah, I do. Because they threw the Zapcan, so I knew they didn't have enough energy for another move. Go for the Sludge Wave. Able to take him out. They cleared their buffs, too, which really helped me. Because they cleared the buffs, it made it... I knew for a fact that Sludge Wave would definitely be enough at that point. Another Victreebel. A lot of Victreebel leads. We do catch this Jellicent right where we want it to be. I'm a little worried, though, that they have something that is weak to electric in the back, so I might swap out here, just do a little pivot. Well, we get the back-to-back parabolic charge, so maybe I don't really have time to pivot much if they come in right away. Oh, they actually shielded. Kind of an interesting shield, because you don't really win this matchup, and I'm boosted, right? So maybe, I don't know, maybe they don't really, like, there's no way they take me out here, right? If they shield again, I just shield. So probably not something I'd advise anyone to shield in that matchup, especially if you're running the the Thundershock variants. But even this Sucker Punch variant's not really ideal there, I think. Alright, I'm gonna come in with the Tentacruel. I have pretty solid coverage with my 2 Pokemon here. So there's not really much that core breaks this, in my opinion. Maybe, I don't know, Skeletor's just like kind of weird, because if they shield the Scald, it's actually pretty annoying to deal with. Alright, here's the Unova Stunfisk, our last matchup here. Luckily, able to find one and see how I play it out. So, for me, I don't shield anything here. I might shield like another Mud Bomb if I'm closing out another Scald. Because I don't want them to have enough health to pivot out, right? I think we get a debuff there, which is kind of nice. So, I don't shield this one either. Yeah, because at this point, I recognize that we could do quite a bit of damage here. And they shield that one. Okay, so my plan is I'm going to shield if they shield, and then I'm going to throw the Scald. But they make a fantastic catch on Poliwrath, which, you know, because the fact that I was able to win the 0 shields or 1 shield there against Unova Stunfisk is actually not so bad. They obviously pace a lot faster, and they have the good typing advantage, but the Scald kind of hits. So it's really not that bad of a matchup against Unova Stunfisk. Again, Gastrodon's a whole different story. I luckily haven't faced one, but definitely on the more rare side as well, too. I probably should have thrown Leaf Blade here. I forgot that they're both neutral, so I would have gotten 2 Leaf Blades off instead of just 1 Sludge Bomb. So that is a slight issue, unfortunately for me. And the unfortunate part is, at this point in time, it's just way too hard of a game. I just can't finish off the Unova Stunfisk because I don't have enough health on anything else. And they're running Thundershock. I mean, Thundershock or Mud Shot would have been bad for my Tentacruel. Best case scenario, maybe I catch a move, but this is going to be pretty hard either way. They still have a shield too, so yeah, just not much you could do. I mean, that's a lot of damage. I think without the catch though, that game was very winnable. So well played by my opponent for sure. But there you have it. I mean, even against Unova Stunfisk, you have a lot of plays. So give it a shot yourself. See how it goes. I have another Summer Cup Ultra League video dropping tomorrow. I know, unfortunately, I just got back from my travels. Otherwise, I would have dropped these videos sooner, but didn't really have time to record it. So I have 2 back-to-back videos. So stay tuned for tomorrow. But if you end up using Steam, let me know how it goes. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get alerted right when I post a new video. And I'll catch you all next time. And for those that stayed all the way to the end, I know you're like, where the cats at? We got Itachi here. Big Chungus. Fun fact about him, he's my partner's cat. He loves getting spanked. You can really smack him till your hand hurts, and he enjoys it the entire time. You see, he's purring. And sometimes when you stop smacking him, he's like meowing at you. I'm like, why you stop? Oh, no, he's giving me some headbutts. Very weird cat, but anyway, he's a purr box, and hopefully you all enjoyed that for anyone that stayed all the way towards the very end. Until next time, catch you all later. Peace.